Hello, and welcome to Stretching the Word. I'm your host, Sister Valerie, and not today, devil, just not this year. This week we're talking about the supplier, and we know the supplier is God. Today we're going to be discussing how he supplies food. And we know food is one of our necessary things that we need to survive. So we're going to go to Matthew's, the fourth chapter, and I believe we're going to start at the first verse. Okay. Matthew 4, verse 1. It says, Then Jesus was sent by the Spirit into the wasteland to be tested by the evil one. And after going without food for 40 days and 40 nights, he was in need of it. So Jesus had been on a fast. And fasting is sustaining from food. And that's something our flesh don't like because we always want to eat. But Jesus had been on a fast. So now if Jesus had to fast, what about us? Just keep that thought in mind. It says, and the evil one came and said to him, if you are the Son of God, give the word for these stones to become bread. But he made answer, this is Jesus talking, and said, it is in the writings, bread is not man's only need, but every word which comes out of the mouth of God. In other words, yes, you can eat natural bread, and that will fill you up. But Jesus said that he is the bread of life. We also know that in the scriptures, he compared his body to bread. So we have to eat of the word of God. It said, oh, taste and see. So we have to eat the word of God. And therefore, we will have more nourishment that's more sustainable to us than just natural bread. We also know that God has no problem providing bread. When the children of Israel were going in the wilderness, he gave them manna. And people be like, bread, I need some meat. We also know that he provided quail for them to eat. So God is concerned about our natural human needs as well as our spiritual needs. So remember, God can supply food for you. With that said, I want to give this testimony. Time in my life, I was lacking some things. And I was going through some trials and tests. And even though I was working a job, it was not enough. But on this job, every morning we had to go out and check the area and make sure there was no trash or anything lying around. So my refrigerator was kind of bare. And my cupboards were too. And it wasn't payday. So I was like, oh, Lord, what am I going to do? I need some money and blah, blah, blah. I'm all of this worry going on through my mind. And I don't know how old some of you are, but when food stamps first came out, they were in a paper form and they had denominations and they was in a book. Well, because I was working, I wasn't eligible for food stamps. But as I was cleaning around the area that I worked in, I looked and on the ground, there was a book of food stamps. I don't recall how much it was at this moment. But I'm saying that to tell you that I know that God shall, can, and will supply food. So he is a great supplier.